Safe delivery, huh? This is Jumu's channel. The topic we are going to discuss today is to see who will confess to you next. Now, I ask you to choose the strongest card linked to you from the three below, based on your intuition. Hello bosses who draw the first group of indicators, let's do a star plate energy check first. This spiritual platform could be yours or the other person's. Take both your and their birth order into consideration. White Dragon Lake. Cross Lock. Pisces. Virgo. Let's take a look at the part of the Tower. This panel I drew in advance. First of all, this deck of cards will have a very strong energy. The next person who confesses to you is already by your side. This is a very obvious life-saving energy. This old man must be your ex screaming, or someone who once had an ambiguous relationship and liked, including the classmates and colleagues around you right now. In any case, you and the other person are in a state of knowing each other. And then there's one more thing. This peach blossom, when facing the person she likes, will not be very proactive. I mean, she won't confess her feelings to you passionately and pursue you intensely right off the bat. It's not like that. Even though we just drew this chart, there will be Aries turned in left this time, but at least, or when he faces you, when he likes you, there will definitely be a very tangled process inside. There will be a lot of struggles, such as his emotions and reason fighting, so this is like a peach blossom confessing to you, regardless of whether his outward personality is flamboyant, lively and cheerful. But at least he will have a very tangled psychological activity in his heart when facing you at the beginning, a state of liking you but not daring to tell you. Then let's look here. Another sword card stand appears. It's quite like Jay Cho's line, "I can't express it to him." At the beginning of that lyric, that is to say, he will never confess to you. Then I will predict who the next person to confess is, and he won't open his mouth to you. How do you know he likes you? Just to say, in the early stages, he was in a very tangled state when facing you. And because I also said earlier, this group will definitely have previous life's energy or someone from the past who's ambiguous. From what I see now, you should have the information of a disconnection. So the current situation is that the two people are not communicating. Then he will contact you again. Of course, the ex is just part of the situation. After all, this is public divination. You can just listen to the information that applies to you. Next, when this peach blossom is facing you, her character will be very gentle, just like a golden retriever. We are watching Shenbei 6. The main theme of Shenbei 6 is a warm companionship, feeling like both a good friend and a family. When you are together, the state of getting along is very warm, not ups and downs. The calling is very passionate, and then it's very tormented, isn't it? It's a long-lasting, gentle companionship. And the other party particularly likes to share some things with you, like what I ate today. And then I watched a video that was very interesting and sent it to you. The weather is very nice today. The clouds in the sky are beautiful. And then taking a photo and sending it to you is a state that I want to share with you every day. And I also like to buy you some gifts. They are willing to take you to eat delicious food, and this is a generous state of gifting and sharing. Okay, the above is my interpretation of the first group. Look forward to your feedback. If you like it, remember to give me a 1-key-3 chain. Bye-bye. Hello, the second group of signboard guides. Let's make an energy map corresponding to this. But you must also refer to both your and their nature. Refer to both of your sun and moon birth metal fire tax. Cross off. Rhino sign. Continue the clues. End of touch. Horizontally, let's look at the information of the tarot part next. This is the layout I drew in advance. First of all, this set of cards has a very strong energy of different places, but there will be many situations in this different place. For example, you two just met on the internet. It's just that you two are from the same city, but your places of birth are different. There are 3 situations where you two are in the same city, but it might be because one of you is working. Frequent running is required. so there will be a situation where there is more departure than stay. Also, since it's a health room, some life-saving energy will come in. There will be some people who have hurt you in the past, such as an ex, or someone you once liked but they rejected you. Then they contact you again and confess to you again. This situation. Of course, hearing this, you don't have to rush and say, X, back off. I'm just saying there will be this kind of energy. After all, it's a popular divination, so I have to consider every situation. You just need to listen to the part that corresponds to you. Here, through tarot, I need to add the constellations that didn't appear in the cards earlier, including Gemini and Virgo. Then let's talk about the character of this peach blossom. First of all, I think this person is extremely defensive, no matter if it's for friends or lovers. It's not that he becomes highly defensive after falling in love with you, but that he needs a lot of time and a thorough assessment process before he considers you as one of his own. He can fully trust you, including early on. The things he said to you might be somewhat concealed or not quite fitting with the actual situation. On this point, I can't just arbitrarily say that he must be a person who loves to lie. It's just his personality. Why would I tell you everything and reveal all my cards when I didn't trust you fully in the early stages, right? So for this collection, if you are a carefree, insensitive person, not a delicate-minded girl or boy, you might not feel that the other person is hiding something from you. The reserved state of the magician, after all, he is a very articulate person. This person will make you particularly want to chat with him, and what he shows you will make you wonder, does he really like chatting with me? He always talks endlessly in front of me. But what I want to say is don't overfit yourself, because he is a person with strong social skills. This is his attribute, a character issue. Finally, I would like to add, I will discuss the judgment card, accommodation preservation. If you really want to be with the other party, even if you want to get married, the two may need to overcome a lot of obstacles. Plus, there is a health room here. It may be a process of heartbreak, but the sense of judicial karma is very strong. So the bond between the two is quite deep. Alright, that's my feedback on the obsessive compulsive disorder Dora is to a 3-person rotation. If you like it, remember to give me a triple click. Bye-bye. Hello bosses who get to the third group of signs. Let's do a stargazing energy check. This involves considering both your and the other person's astrological information, including sun, moon, rising, gold, fire and water. Take all into consideration, huh? Gemini. Step in and do it. Pisces. Cancer left, Libra left. Well, let's look at the part of tarot. I have drawn the tarot deck in advance. In this set of cards, first I will discuss when the other party confesses to you, that period of time, he is in some state. A not very good state, whether it is his career, academic, or his life, mood anyway. It's a kind of confused and helpless state. Of course, you can also understand it as his fifth issue, especially on Fridays I will record it. His dissatisfaction at that time was related to some money issues, or his economic situation was quite tight. Add another sword too, when he liked you, he actually felt very tangled. Confused because he may not be sure whether he can give you a future, a better one. Of course, here's from the perspective of boys, huh? If they like you, they will consider whether they can give you a better life. I would think, what's the point of dating without money, right? But if the other party is a girl, you might also feel the same, doubting whether you are worthy of your partner, given their current status. This might be one of the reasons they are conflicted. Or there is another possibility that he is tangled because he has a partner at the time. Or you have a partner on your side, so he will be tangled whether to confess to you like this. Pay attention. Here I want to emphasize again the first and second reasons I mentioned. They are in a beneficiary relationship, either because of your own bad state, or because there are 3 parties around one side, so it's always uncomfortable. Because we are public divination, so there will be energy here for everyone. You just need to listen to the information that corresponds to yourself. Let's talk about the character of this peach blossom. Firstly, we have difficulty in making decisions, especially the smaller things like eating, buying clothes. They tend to hop around like ordering takeout. He might open the takeout app and look, don't know what to eat in 20 minutes and half an hour. The second point is being homely. This is a very obvious advantage of theirs. If you're together, whether you're male or female, they will take good care of you in life. A wife who manages the home well, a husband who is diligent and so on are considered virtuous. At the same time, he is also a very home-loving person. He will regard family as very important. Family always comes first. So if you really are going to date or even marry later, the other party is one. He's generally reluctant to go out and prefers being at home with you. The last point is, he is a rather emotional person. The heart is very sensitive, especially when dealing with some emotional issues. He won't directly vent his anger at you, but he will hold his breath first and digest it silently. And then there's a kind of yourself. Alright, that was the complete interpretation of mine for the third time. I'm looking forward to your feedback. If you like, remember to hit the triple like button for me. Bye bye.